Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Dell. Welcome if you're new and welcome if you're coming back. I'm excited to have you here with me today. We're going to get started with some channel messages as well as do a tarot reading with, we're kicking it old school today, just the Rider-Waite Coleman Smith deck. All information about me can be found in the description box. How to book a personal reading, it can only be done through my website, dellegoddessintuitive.com, or dellegoddess.com will also take you there. Any things that come through the readings, such as resources, books, websites, things like that, I just also throw in the description box, as well as any songs that come through the readings from Spirit as a channeling I add to our Spotify playlist. So that's there as well if you want to check it out, maybe find a new song to listen to. It's a great playlist and there's something for all ages and all genres. So yeah, please do like, share, and subscribe if you find that anything I say resonates or fits with what you are going through right now, but don't try to make it fit. So I always say that these are kind of, it's like a cosmic mailbox and we're all checking the mail together. So some letters are going to have your name on it and some letters aren't, and that's okay. We just honor what comes in, and we know, and we allow our discernment to let us know what fits for us and what does not, and that's okay. To those who have liked the videos and left comments and subscribed to the channel already, thank you so much. Please know that your support is greatly appreciated and it's helped the channel to grow, and to have you grow as the channel is growing and we're all growing together and being a part of this happy community, and an uplifting one too, I might add. It's just, it's very wonderful and I'm so grateful, so thank you. So okay, let's get into the channeling. I'm hearing off the bat, it's like somebody's spent, like their energy is spent, or it's just like it could be that you've just done a lot, but I'm actually getting it. They're showing me the Eight of Swords. So I'm always doing, I'm a medium, so I'm always doing the channeling and mediumship, and so how it's coming through, they're actually showing me it through tarot cards, which is interesting because we'll get to the tarot portion later, but and then it's vice versa. So when I'm doing the tarot cards, I don't usually read traditionally, because however the message is supposed to come through, it comes through the cards in the way that it's meant to. So I always just rely on the mediumship in that. I'm always channeling too in a space of divine love and non-judgment. So I like to keep things very high vibrational, and that's the only thing that I cater to be honest. So I don't really have an interest to do any other type of channeling work in that capacity. So it's just keeping it in a high vibration always. The reason this is coming through and they're connecting the dots for us for the reading today is that it could be that the reason you are feeling spent or you're tired is because you are mulling over things that are outside of your control or beyond your control. Things that it's actually placing you or putting you in a lower vibration because you're constantly thinking or being concerned with something that actually doesn't need your concern. And I'm not trying to say that in a detrimental way or in a way that's invalidating or anything like that. But whoever I'm speaking with, it's coming through as like whatever you are mulling over, and specifically the word mull, it's like it's churning. There's a lot of energy involved in thinking something over. I'm getting, if you can just put it to the side for 3 days and commit to putting it to the side for 3 days, you will notice how much better you feel inside. You'll notice how much your energy changes just as a result of shifting, literally shifting that to the side, and then noticing the internal shift because you're not belonging yourself to that thing anymore. So that's coming through. And again, you'll know if it's for you or not. We don't have to try to make things fit if it's not, and that's okay. It's like there's a dance going on between you and somebody else, and will they or won't they? And I'm hearing only time will tell, but it's just I'm not getting what context or how this is coming through, but it's important to you. That I'm getting quite strongly, quite loudly. It's important to you and you want to know what to do for the best possible outcome, and that's something that you can just ask your spirit team or your higher self in regards to. So we forget we can do that sometimes, but it's important that if you are watching a lot of tarot readings or something like that to try to figure out what to do, I would actually encourage you to do the opposite, to not watch them for a little bit, and to again residing your own energy for a day or two or three, and just see, okay, when I really am just relying on my own self, my own intuition, my own intuitive beliefs, I actually can feel I reside more towards this thing, or I'm in more alignment of this thing. So I did a reading, or not a reading, a video on the channel that talked about ways to increase or grow your own, or develop your own intuitive abilities. So I'll add that in the description box below if you want to check it out. But it's just, it's coming forward as a way to say, all right, when you sit with yourself and call upon your own higher self, and you can do it just like this. I call upon my higher self now to please guide me. What would make me happy? What are the things that I need to know to help me be able to make a decision? Is a decision even required or warranted from me at this time? And just to sit with yourself and be really honest about what's coming forward and honoring that for yourself. So with that, there's this perspective shifts where it becomes less about the other person or your involvement with the other person, and more back on yourself. And as a result, there's a favorable outcome that shifts as a result of focusing on yourself. So when you focus on yourself, you become the main driver of the story that is your life. So you are not allowing somebody else to kind of take the wheel of your own life. You're not taking a back seat to your own life. You're staying firmly in the driver's seat. So I'm hearing what's it? No Scrubs, that song. So I'll add that to the Spotify playlist. That's funny. Specifically about the guy hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride. That lyric, trying to holler at me. It's kind of like, I guess that's just a way of spirit to keep things light or whatever. And so it can kind of be off-putting, like I'm getting when someone else is driving for somebody else, not literally, but it's figuratively, it's metaphorically, when it's appealing to us, and it's more attractive, I guess, or approachable. Appealing's the word, the main word that keeps coming through, where it's noticing, isn't it more appealing when somebody has their own like stuff together, they've got their own life together, their own act together, and they're not reliant on other people to make these things happen. We do need to rely on people to a certain extent, but it's just, I'm just seeing that there's something about being that which you wish to attract into your own life, and not adjusting your own level or your own perspective to match another person's, because what you see is what you get. So if you are interested in somebody, and instead of just residing in your own energy, if you find that you are looking at this other person and saying, okay, what do I need to do to measure up to them so that way I can get them? You're missing the point, and you're also missing a lot of things underneath the surface that's actually going on that enables that person to maintain that energetic frequency, that level. So it's always important to make sure that you are turning on your own light, you're residing in your own light, and you're investing into your own life. So you, again, just repeating, you're the main driver. You are the driver. You're in the driver's seat of your own life. It keeps coming through, so someone needs to hear that. And sometimes with repetition, it helps to sink in that way. So. But we're moving on from that message now into, I'm hearing the final channeled message. Something about eating more berries will provide for a healthful life. So if you're switching up your diet or something, and you're wondering, like, or something's missing or something like that, this isn't going to be for everyone, but I'm seeing just like more berries, specifically blueberries, strawberries are coming through, those two. And it just adding something to your diet, like it adding a bonus or an increase of something. I'm seeing flavonoid. I'm not really sure in the moment what that is. So if you want to look that up, I'm also not a medical expert. So do your due diligence and do your research, and always consult your practitioner, whoever, as you need to. Okay. So let's get some tarot messages. We'll see what Spirit wants to talk about today through the tarot. I hope everybody is well wherever you are at. Do drop a comment. I like to know where you guys are tuning in from, and I almost always forget to say that. So I'm on the East Coast, and yeah, got beautiful sunshine today. It just feels so good. Okay, so we have Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing like going your own way or figuring something out. I'm hearing you can go your own way. Fleetwood Mac, so Go Your Own Way. I think you're just kind of, I'm actually seeing this as like those tools, those, what is it called? It's like a surveyor, I think a surveyor job where they're, I see them sometimes driving by where they've got the tool and it's like they're just surveying the land. I think that's what it's called, but I see it's like you're surveying, like, okay, how do I want to build the next chapter of my life? I want to go this direction. I'm taking full responsibility for how I do that, for how I show up for myself. So it's like somebody who has gone beyond accountability. So learning and understanding, okay, I'm accountable for the life that I want, but now I need to be responsible. So what are the actions that I need to do to take so that way I can move forward in this next juncture in my life? And that's what I see. So I'm here, no longer are you at a crossroads. You're looking at the avenues and resources available to you, and you're figuring out a way to move forward with that. So that's the underlying message. The only card that flipped over that I can see is the Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing that you're figuring out a way to do that. So where you were juggling between something, doing one thing or the other, it's really, I'm just like painting out a color for a wall or something like that. You're looking at the swatches and you're going, do I want pink or do I want peach? Do I want buttercup yellow or do I want lemon meringue yellow? Something like that. And you're just making decisions, but I'm seeing where it's like an organization of information, so that way you can decide, okay, this or that, that or that, and you figuring out what to do. If it's not specific things, it's about, okay, do I, like, what order, how do I want to order my day so that way I can do things that feel more conducive to the flow and pace I want to set for myself. So if it's like, okay, do I want to do my work from home in the morning or in the evening, but I like to go to the gym in the morning or the evening, and then you figuring out and arranging your day because of that. Figuring out or focusing on, okay, I have my kids, so figuring out how to tend to their needs and their responsibilities and what they need to do, and also fitting yourself in. I see you being successful at this because you have to. So it's just like there's an easier way and you figuring out a way to do that, but by getting organized and looking at it. Sometimes when we're overwhelmed by something, just writing everything down, we can actually see on paper, oh, okay, these are the actions that I need to take, and this is how I need to organize that. So just getting organized is really the main message coming in. And when you do that, Queen of Pentacles, you can show up in a way that is truly in alignment with your own value. So, all right, I know what needs to be done. You know, the Queen of Pentacles doesn't run around, you know, flapping, you know, like trying to figure out, oh, how am I going to get all this stuff done? I'm so stressed. I need to call. I heard I need a latte. It's like, no, she's centered in herself. She knows exactly what needs to be done in the order that things need to be done. So she resides over the Pentacles, which is Earth. So it's your foundation. It's your finances, it's your resources. So managing your earthly resources is how it's coming through. And just being really calm about that and knowing, okay, all is well, I can figure this out, and then you do. So there's order to something. With the Death card coming in, it's like there's an end to an old way. So this could be that you're actually beginning this process for yourself. You're beginning to get your life together. You, like the channel message before, it's like you want to attract environments, places, people, things, situations that also have their life together. So you are first doing that for yourself. So I see that you are, I'm getting like going through a little bit of a mourning period. At the same time, you're dealing with this new birth of yourself. Because anytime we decide to let an old habit go, or an old way of being go, or an old version of ourselves go, it goes hand in hand with, yes, we're rebirthing a new version of ourselves, but we're also lamenting or grieving over the old us, because those habits, those structures we put in place before only served us for a time, but we can't carry them forward. So I see there's a little bit of hand in hand, but the grieving is mostly done and complete. And then you are stepping into this Queen of Pentacles energy. It's, when I say queen, it's not related specifically to gender, but there's a nurturance that is aligned with the divine feminine. So that's how it's coming in. So whether you're, you know, however you identify with your gender, it's the energy of a divine feminine with, okay, how am I allowing my life to unfold? But there's also the masculine with the actions that we need to take. Because I'm only getting the feminine right now, it's you're still in the planning phase of how I want to allow things to come into my life, how I want to receive. But you're the one that sets the flow up for that. So I'm seeing an example. I don't know if this will make sense, but it's coming through. It's somebody like looking at the landscape, seeing this big pool of water and going, okay, I want to get some of that water down here. So I'm imagining, how do I want to receive that? And then seeing, okay, what if there was a little river or something that trailed this way and it trickled the water into here? That would give me the water source. So that's very much divine feminine. We're imagining, we're creating, we're figuring out a way to allow ourselves to be able to receive that. And then when the divine masculine comes in, it's actually the digging in the, you know, of the well, of the trench, so that way that water can come to us. Okay, so they go hand in hand. But I see the planning stage is where you're at right now. The Page of Cups is assistance coming in because you've decided to set out, a decision has been made to move forward with something. So now you'll be seeing signs of this, of the universe supporting you by sending you helpful people, admirers, people who want to be part of the cause because they believe in what you are doing. So if you are noticing like, okay, I'm trying to reorganize my day or whatever, it could be like, oh, it would really benefit me to work out in the morning. This is just coming through as an example. It's like a class opens up in the yoga that you like to do because you decided that this is what's going to be best for me. So then it's like the support comes in to open. So that's just one example, but that's what's coming through. I'm hearing to save this for the end, so put that down. There's a better way forward, though, you haven't thought of yet. That's what the Four of Cups is talking about. It's like something that would make your life even more easier, and you're being encouraged to call upon your infinite wisdom, your spirit guide, your higher self, your spirit team. Whichever feels right for you, whichever resonates for you, your higher power, saying, just show me, please, an easier way forward with this. What am I not seeing? How can I make this even easier for myself? And then if you want to add in the affirmation with this, I learned this from Julie Poole, her channel. I will link it below if you want to check it out. She mentioned a affirmation. I've seen it a while ago, at least a year ago. But it stuck with me because it's a good one. And it's, each and every day my life gets easier and easier and easier. And I actually stopped saying it because it got so easy. I'm not making this up either. It got so easy, it felt like I wasn't working towards anything. So I had to adjust that affirmation a little bit. But for now, you can definitely use it, especially if you want your life to get easier and easier. Literally just, that's what it is. Each and every day my life gets easier and easier and easier, you know. And just see how that unfolds for you, how it does get easier, and to appreciate that as it's coming in. If you find too that you need to change that over time, you can. But I'm just hearing, let it be easy, allow it. So allow your life to become more flowing, more easy, and supportive for you. The final card was Justice. So it's there's balance that comes into play as a result of this when you want to, I'm not sure what's going on. I always touch something with the screen and I don't know what I do. So instead of just continuing to touch, the card might be blurry. So I apologize. But yeah, justice comes into play where there's balance. So it's interesting. I'm feeling like there's a message with that. This is showing up as blurry because the way I'm seeing it in the screen, it kind of is. It's like there's a way to move forward with something again that you aren't quite yet aware of and haven't seen. So if you're not sure how everything comes into balance for you, because it seems like an impossible feat right now, make sure that you believe in it anyway. You allow yourself to believe in the possibility of a balanced life, of a fruitful life, of an easier life. And when you put it out there, you will receive it. Okay, so I'm going to leave the reading there. I do hope that helped. I hope it made sense. Please do like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Until next time, please stay well and take care.